This is Acer Tsukasa silhouette. I believe that's how you pronounce it. It's the 2nd of September 2017. This tree is about 3.5 foot high, and if you'd seen my other video a couple months ago, the tree had a little bit of its dieback pruned out, and also one of its upright stems had been damaged in the garden centre, and I trimmed that off. The tree was also suffering quite a bit from windburn from being exposed in the garden centre. So since I've done my pruning, I placed the tree on the left hand side of the garden, which gets most of the sun all day. And it seems to have recovered well. Obviously in a couple of months, once the tree loses its leaves, I'll repot it, possibly do a little bit of a root prune because it looks a little bit pot bound, and possibly a little bit shapen. Be able to see the branching a lot better once it drops its leaves. The tree's a lot redder because it's been in the sun. There's still quite a lot of green leaves at the back of the tree, so I imagine if I kept this in the shade or semi-shade next year, the tree will retain a lot more of its green colour. But I think it's did well because I've placed it in the sun this year. So I'm quite happy the way it's recovered and hasn't continued with its windburn. And I think this will become one of my favourites in the near future. One of the attractions I think for this variety is the bright green bark. The trunk and the branches have this really rich green colour, and that's going to look really nice in the winter when the tree drops its leaves. I think this is possibly the greenest bark on the Japanese maples we have, so this is going to be a nice addition. This variety, Tsukasa silhouette, is named simply because it's supposed to be the most compact and narrowest upright Japanese maple. I've seen some pictures on the internet of quite narrow ones, but also there's some which are quite wide as well, which I think were about 6 to 8 foot wide. So it's going to be really nice and interesting next year to watch this one from budding out till through spring, through summer, through next fall, until it drops its leaves in about a year and a bit's time. So we'll study this one more closely next year, and we'll see how it gets on. I'm looking forward to that. That's one of the challenges and joys of having a Japanese maple when you first get one, is what lies ahead next year and the year after, what surprises you might get with the colouring and the growth throughout the year. This one was a bargain at only £15 on sale because it was a little bit damaged and suffering from the windburn. I'd admired it previously on the internet and pictures, but hadn't really seen it for sale here in the UK. And it's not on sale here very often, so I'm really chuffed we have this one. It's quite a good size as well. So this is Acer Tsukasa Silhouette.